Alrighty. Okay, my first question would be for Sean.
Yeah,
I just want to know what it was like having your character take more of a back seat this time around in this Dragon Ball film.
it was great. I had to work way less, and that was fun. No, I, I'm, and it's happened a few times in the series. I remember asking my dad for gas money because Goku was in the healing tank, and I wasn't getting any hours at work, and I was like, "Dad, I can't even drive to work." This is like in the early 2000s when I first started working on the show. So it's happened before, and I'm so proud of this cast because. When you're in the hot seat for 20 years, and it's I never really think of when I'm acting that I'm carrying a show. It's really an ensemble cast, but you do realize when you're not in the hot seat how much work you are having to do, and you worry that if that void is there, that you're hoping that the cast and the characters and the writing is going to fill that void in a very unique and special way, and as well as hopefully the story and yourself has been doing it, and this cast just killed it in that regard. Everybody is just performing at 110% of their abilities, in my opinion, and they're just nobody. No, the level of care that went into this movie was unprecedented. Although we do it for every single one, but yeah, it was really exciting for me to just. And I'm so proud of Kyle for just bringing it as Gohan, which he always does. But he has some new situations that we can't talk about yet that are pretty impressive. And to hear the new and what I love is to hear the new cast because I thought it was interesting. I was talking to Alex Lee, and I know Zach is just a touch older than Alex, and I said, Alex, when were you born? He was like 1999, and I'm like, that's when I started on the show in March of '99. And to have the new cast, really killing it, and then you have the legacy old cast, and it all just comes together in this wonderful this pie that Chris Sabat is, and it wouldn't have happened without Chris Sabat. He directed that movie like crazy, and he's so excellent about building a sonic palette of different timbres that come together really well when he's casting. So it's not just about acting, it's how the voices sound together, and he's really, really excellent at that part in particular. And so the casting was just done so well, and everybody just performed so well. And so for me to sit back and watch it, like as an actor and as a character, I'm just eating popcorn watching pretty much. You know what I mean? Like it's and it's
Yeah.
important to do that with a story. If you saturate your audience with your main characters for too much, you want and then you realize why you miss them, which actually happens on the series because Goku will disappear for a while, and then you see him come back, and then the whole crew's like Goku, and he walks up and he's all glowing or whatever he's doing, whatever like he did in Battle of Gods. He shows back up, and so it was really fun and exciting for me to not have to destroy my voice on a film. Which I always enjoy, and then I just get to do comedy pretty much, and it was just I love the fact that I don't want to do any spoilers, but I like I'm not only going to say this broadly and not specifically, but that the rule set that we put down for them to fight was also fascinating for me as as a guy playing Goku, and then of course we have a lovely post credit scene that I won't mention. That is really,
Yeah.
really excellent. So yeah, I am so proud of this cast, and it was really thrilling just to watch everybody do their thing. Where I'm just casually on the side, doing my thing. So hope that's a good answer.
All right.
I went it was a little
Yeah. Oh,
long.
perfect answer. Thank you so much, Sean.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks. Great question.
And big gold belt.
I'd be remiss if I didn't say that Zach and Jason look like they're playing the part right now of their characters.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yes,
we came into this call this morning, and I feel like I am the odd one out because I look over here, mustache. I look over here, mustache, but I need a villainous mustache. So
well, I just don't tell anyone mine's fake, but
Zach, I'm just a huge fan of your work. I mean, you have just tremendous range, and then knowing you were casted for this, welcome to the Dragon Ball universe and family. I think that's awesome. Same to you, Jason. I just, for the life of me, and you're a professional, but for the life of me, I just do not get how you take these characters and truly make them yours, and do not have any remnants of like anything you've ever voice acted. So going into Dr. Hedo, like, what was like the thought process in really making this sound and this character truly unique?
First of all, thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I think this character was just different from anything I've ever done. We were solely focused on making him sound kind of like crazy and maniacal. And he has a touch of like evil in his voice, but he's not pure of heart evil. That's not what his motives are. That's not his intention. He is just a pure scientist. He wants to achieve his goal. He wants to continue his research. And at the end of it all, you have to remember that this character, even though he is a super genius, he is 24 years old, which, funny enough, is how old I am actually. So he is kind of trying to just like, he has a different perspective, maybe from like an older scientist who has weathered and has been like, this is my life's work. I've been doing this forever. Dr. Hedo's like, oh yeah, I've just achieved the greatest, the greatest in engineering history here with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. I'm still young. It's pretty cool. Like, it's awesome. I'm just amazing. I'm a super genius. So yeah, no, it was just crazy. And kind of to touch on what Sean said before, like getting to work on this role with Chris Sabat, Vegeta, Piccolo. I mean, he is a staple to the Dragon Ball universe, dream come true. And he really just kind of helped me bring out the character and do it in a funny, cool Dragon Ball cartoonish way without going too over the top with it, kind of like reeling it back and just kind of making it fit in, I think, with what everybody else was kind of doing.
Thank you so much, man. Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And the lookout.
I have a question for Jason. First of all, congratulations on the film, guys. You guys all did really great. Jason, I wanted to know, how important was it to bring that same Red Ribbon Army energy into this film? Because it's really Dragon Ball's first real evil faction, so having it come back on this level is a massive deal to a lot of fans who've been here for a long time. So I wanted to know, like, how was that energy just coming in there and really knocking it out?
I loved that about it because I remembered the Red Ribbon Army from when I would watch the show. So I was like, oh, okay, I understand this, and I see where we're going with this. And then you see Magenta, and it's like, he's essentially like the same same kind of dude. All right. So that was kind of really rewarding because I don't usually watch. I didn't watch a lot of anime when I was a kid, but I did watch Dragon Ball. So it was nice to come into a franchise and be like, this I know. Yeah. Like, this I understand. I get this world. I know these characters. So that kind of set things up nicely. And let alone, I know this totally not evil organization. It's totally fine, obviously. Right. So that was a lot of fun to be able to like bring, so already having some kind of understanding of that group was actually kind of helpful in a way, because it didn't require a whole bunch of explaining to me, and I was able to just sort of bring some memories into the game.
Awesome. It was fun. Incredible.
Oh man, first of all, thank you guys. You guys all did a great job on this film, like from top to bottom. This one's for Zach and Jason. Say you could go back in history, because we're all fans of Dragon Ball here. What's one character from the past that you would have loved to do the voice for? Like, I mean, and granted, they're all amazing, everyone's done an amazing job.
Oh wow. Yeah, I absolutely loved playing Dr. Hedo in the film, but if I could go back and play somebody, of course, I love every single voice actor, would never ever like want to, even if they decided, no, I don't want to voice the role anymore, I still wouldn't try to take it over because I am such a huge fan of the show. I would never, I'm like, no.
You don't got a mean Android 19 voice in you or something?
I would love to play a Saiyan, to be honest with you. I think growing up as a kid, who didn't try to go Super Saiyan? I mean, I didn't do that at all in my room, like, ever. I don't know. I think it would just be awesome to play a Saiyan, to kind of get to that level, where you're pushed so far, do a fight scene, and then finally, reveal your true power and just like explode with anger and rage. I think that would just be amazing. Maybe I would like to play, I don't know, like some version of Goten, possibly, or something like that. Maybe Goten, maybe Trunks. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, I feel you on the Saiyan thing. I'm thinking the same thing. And I'm talking like full, like the shoulder pads, the biker shorts, like the whole thing, like Raditz or something, like the whole, the scouter, like everything. I want that kind of Saiyan. That kind of Saiyan is my favorite kind. So no offense, Sean.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. I would love to have played Vegeta because he gets all the good lines.
Oh yeah, and like they all just get to be so cool and have variations of hair spikes, and like it's just.
I know. Could you imagine?
Rock, man.
The transformations never end.
Oh God, yes. Oh yeah.
They're hard to keep track of, but.
Sure.
Well, I do change my voice slightly for each one, which was just an idea I had back when I first started working on the show. And I don't know that I regret it now, but I didn't realize how challenging it was going to get as the forms kept coming. And I do think it's important to kind of affect the state you're in as an actor, because even for Ultra Instinct, one of the thought processes I had for trying to do that was, how do I make Goku? I feel like it's the ultimate Zen state to where he doesn't have to think about his moves anymore. So how do you make him sound like he's not thinking and everything's automatic without sounding robotic or boring? And so as an example, that's one of the more difficult forms to do in terms of emoting what state the character is in. But yeah, to answer the question, I would love to have played Vegeta because he's got such juicy lines. The villain, evilish characters. I mean, he's not really evil anymore, but evil characters tend to have the best lines. Whereas the Boy Scouts don't really.
Thank you guys.
It's good to be Goku, though. Trust me, it's great. The best.
Awesome.
Or be playing Goku. I mean,
Full circle.
Okay, my question is for Zach. Your character, Dr. Hedo, he's a fan of superheroes. So I want to ask you, what superhero would you want to join your Dragon Ball team in a fight? Any sort of superhero? You have a particular favorite or one you think would have a good place in that world?
Ooh, I don't know if he would have a good place. I think recently I've discovered, of course, I love Spider-Man. I love Batman, Robin, Nightwing. I think I would love to change it up. Let's go with Deadpool. Let's see how Deadpool I have recently discovered I just really like Deadpool. Watching the movies, I've read just a little bit of the comics, like not a whole bunch. I haven't fully immersed myself, but I'm honestly going to dive into the Deadpool series and just check it out and start from the beginning to end, because I love the jokes and the comedy, and I don't know. I think it's a good balance for a superhero.
It's a great choice. You'd definitely be able to take a beating in the Dragon Ball world, I feel like.
Oh yeah, he could take a serious beating.
That's true. Yeah.
No one's putting Goku against Deadpool. Goku would have to probably incinerate his whole body.
Thank you.
Thank you. Big Gold.
So, I mean, this question is totally on par for the movie. So, folks listening to the interviews, they're probably gonna be like, "What is he asking this for?" But for all fun and intents and purposes here, what is your favorite type of Oreo?
Oh, dude, this is the best question.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, because I can't do gluten or dairy, and I love Oreos, and I'm gonna be buying Zach a bunch of Oreos very soon. Dude, there's so many cool flavors out. They have this new mocha chocolate one, and they put little sugar crystals in the Oreos.
What?
There's mocha, and then there's a toffee one. It's really good, and they have the little bits of chocolate and then little sugar crystals. Dude, there's so many. And the chocolate mint ones, then there's the chocolate ones. They're mint, and then they're covered in chocolate mint, so they're saturated. Oh my God, yeah, I love Oreos.
I like the winter ones that have the white chocolate.
Yeah,
those are good too.
Yeah.
Those are super good. Oh man.
I think for me, it's just the peanut butter Oreos. I am a sucker for peanut butter. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
This question intrigues Dr. Hedo.
It seems like Dr. Hedo only eats the plain ones though, and he always.
I'm not even sure if they're double stuffed.
Yeah, I would take my payment in Oreos. Thank you.
And then he scoops from one, he just scrapes it as if he's spooning it with one other half of the Oreo. And I was sitting there thinking, that doesn't change the flavor profile at all. Like you're just one half dozen the other.
Sort of like stirring your finger into the wine or something like that. Where it's just like, but what are you
Exactly.
What are you doing?
This is the solution to inflation. Let's get it done. Payment by Oreos.
Yeah, there you go. And he's
We're
got
not
an
going
Oreo
double.
dispenser
That's
in
on
the
the budget.
car. Carmine has an Oreo dispenser in the car.
Yep. Thank you.
The lookout, if we could just do one question, we only have about 5 minutes left. Thank you.
Sorry, look out.
It's all good. It's all good. Sean, I do have a question for you. And this is kind of on par with the movie, obviously, but your natural voice is so close already to what you perform as Goku.
Yeah.
Are you ever out just ordering food in the in the drive-through and somebody's like, wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
Does it ever happen to you?
Yeah, when I moved to LA, it's because of YouTube. I mean, I'm a voice actor, so I'm not an on-camera actor, but because of YouTube, I remember when I met my partner, Bree, she was doing Google Analytics a lot, and she was like, even in 2011, she's like, videos of you have been watched 36 million times. I'm like, I don't even keep track. And then we did Battle of Gods, and they put cameras in the booth, and I did the Will Not Destroy My World scene, which I wasn't really paying attention to the cameras. I was just working. And when people say that, they go, wow, that I will not let you destroy my world. That's amazing. I'm like, that's every day at work. That's not one. That's every single day. But when we moved to LA, I got recognized at the DMV. I got recognized at Fry's, and it was more my face than my voice. Although on occasion, there will be someone with a good set of ears that it's like, wait, you sound familiar. And then they do a little math, and they're like, you're the guy. And I'm like, no, I'm not Trey Parker. And the sideburns, it's not Trey. Someone thought I was Trey Parker at one point at San Diego Comic-Con. They thought I was him. But I'm like, yeah, it does happen more from the videos than I think my actual speaking voice. And I used to have a Goku wallet that I stopped carrying because I'd be paying for like something at Starbucks, and they'd see the wallet, and then they'd look at me, and then I'm at Starbucks for 20 minutes talking about Dragon Ball when I'm just trying to get coffee. Right. But I remember I was at the DMV, and the guy walks up to me when I was just getting my license. He goes, hey, are you the guy that plays Goku? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to get my license right now. So it does happen, and it does shock me a lot. But again, I think it's mostly because of YouTube. It's everyone who's not an on-camera person now has a following, everybody seems to, so it's kind of surreal. Awesome. You guys are getting recognized with your
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Looks like we have one more full circle.
Awesome. Full circle.
Okay, perfect. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry. All right, my next question is for Jason. I'm glad I'm finally able to get a question to Jason.
Yes.
Your Excellence Carmine.
Thank you.
So I want to know how you approach your performance playing a sort of like ruthless character like Carmine. Like, what is your approach in changing your voice performance?
Well, when I initially auditioned, the voice was very, very deep, and it was very, very serious and stuff like that. And it sort of ended up morphing almost more into my natural voice than a lot of other roles I play, which was fun. And it was also nice that, getting to, because I think we also wanted to make sure that we were differentiating from what Charles Martinet was doing. So that way it's not like too close to each other or anything like that. And what's interesting is that, I had never necessarily thought that I would show up in the Dragon Ball franchise, but I think it's fun that, I play a character who doesn't throw energy balls at people and, kick planets and whatnot. Like he's just sort of a guy who's trying to just keep things together, which I thought was just really fun to play vocally. And the dialogue and the writing in this movie is so great that it was very easy to like go with the narrative flow. But so I guess that part of the fun of the character was how do you keep someone who's like super serious interesting, and part of the fun of that is when he just has moments where he chuckles at something that Magenta is doing, or throws an extra little glance at someone else, or smirks at so like he has little moments of extra personality that were really fun.
Right, great. Thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you.
Nicole, do we have time for one more?
Yeah, I can throw one in there real quick. Sean, every time I tell somebody if they have an opportunity to talk to you, I say, you know, he talks Dragon Ball all the time. Sometimes he likes to talk about music, but his real love is cars. I quickly just want to ask, and I know it's off par, but the Nissan New Z, thoughts about it?
Wow. Funny that you mentioned that. I have an exact replica of my
Boom
car right here, my M4, with all the carbon fiber I put on it, sitting at my desk here. So I've read some extensive reviews on the New Z. I used to have a 370Z Nismo. I'm very excited about the New Z. I'm tempted to get one. It's either that or a Supra and a manual, because I like to have a manual and an automatic is what I like to do, but it depends on what's going on with money, and everything's real crazy right now with the economy, so I got to be careful. And also, used car prices are higher than new car prices. But
yes,
the new Z, I think, is magnificent. It has some unique features that came from Ferrari, like a turbo spool meter that helps you that keeps compression going, because it can control which is a Ferrari thing. Even my car does not have that. So I think the Z is really going to be. The Z might beat in sales, might beat the Supra, even though Supra, I drove a Supra recently. It was really great, but I really love the new Z is awesome. I kind of want one. It's especially the manual. They really knocked it out of the park. So I know that's on Dragon Ball really asking me about cars. So
no, I mean it's just what you do and what Goku's doing when he's not fighting. That's what the question was.
And, you know, Kira Toriyama, by the way, Kira Toriyama is a major racing enthusiast. I've seen him throughout the years. He's a racing and car enthusiast from what I've heard. So I love the fact that I feel like I have that in common with him, even though I've never met him. I like to think that he likes racing in cars, because I've seen him talk about that over the last 20, 30 years. So yeah, that's exciting. Thanks for asking.
Absolutely,
dude. I think the new Z is going to be great. And I miss my Nismo. I do. But the new Z is going to be better, I think. Zach and I have been talking about cars lately, actually. Zach is like, Sean, we got to talk about cars. I'm like, all right. And I've been giving him like all kinds of data. That's a good one to consider, by the way, Zach, is the new Z. That's a really
yeah, I know. I have to.
You look great in that. That's great.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Pull up to the Dragon Ball premiere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, it sounds cheesy, but I really wanted I still want it to. I just really wanted a DeLorean. I love the Back to the Future movies, and I think the gull wing doors, that's what they are, right? They're
gull wing doors.
Gull wing doors. Those things just look so sick. Just pull up, pop that thing open. You're like coming out of the time chamber.
A smoke machine in it, so every time you open the door, a bunch of smoke billows out. Or just vape a whole bunch before you open the door. Every time.
That's one way to get ready for the premiere.
Out, you know.
I'm
driving my car down to the premiere tomorrow, dude. Zach, we'll go for a spin if you want. I'm driving it down tomorrow.
No, I am so down.
Yeah, man.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but I think we're all wrapped here.
Thank you, guys.
I appreciate you guys.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
That
was a lot of fun.
Everyone.
Time.
Big gold bell.